Rapids.
How about John Cena? Give it up for Drew in the tech booth, y'all. Yeah.
Good evening, Grand Rapids. Welcome to NewsFlash. I'm your anchor, Zach.
And I'm your other anchor, Sean. And because it's the last show before Christmas, so we had Amazon Prime last minute express deliver the top local, national, and world stories you may have missed.
You're welcome, Grand Rapids. This is
NewsFlash. Ding.
our top story tonight. Bet you didn't expect to see me here at 2 weeks in a row.
I mean, yeah, you were here for both the beginning and the end of Hanukkah.
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask you, what do you think Hanukkah is actually about?
Obviously, it's when the Appleby family settled down to eat good in their neighborhood, and they only had 8 flaming hot Cheetos chicken wings to last them an entire week. Right?
If that is a real food, then I weep for the future of... Oh, that's disgusting.
That's not doctored at all, except for the menorah.
Ew. But actually, it's all part of my plan to subtly replace NewsFlash with my book-themed game show, Fluttering Reads.
Oh, what? No, Zach, no, come on now. I do not think plugging your personal newsletter or popular game show, Fluttering Reads, is an appropriate use of your NewsFlash segment.
But popular? It's not popular. But I would never abuse my power as an unpaid writer and occasional co-host to plug my newsletter, flutteringreads.substack.com. Coming back to the comedy outlet Monday stage as a game show again next year.
We'll see, I guess, but keep your eyes peeled if that ever happens. But I guess you can also follow Fluttering Reads at substack.com if you want to get more information. Anyways, our actual top story, Trump administration is set to announce a new, quote, Trump-class fleet of battleships. And they're called Trump-class because they're more expensive than they should be. They take forever to get to where they're going. And they also fire off on their victims way too soon.
Let's talk about this bit of news. You've heard of the Patriot Games announcement, right? Blah, 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 Trump's latest Epstein distraction, one girl and one boy from each... No, I don't need to keep describing it. The jokes have been made online already. It's the Hunger Games.
Right.
I want to go deeper into Trump's mind and see what prompted this idea. Okay, meditating. Picture this. A messy, enormous bathroom. I'm sitting on the toilet. Naturally, it's gold. There are at least 7 knockoff Roku TVs blaring. They're all set to...
You're meditating, yeah.
They're all set to different news shows and late-night talk shows. Okay. It's flooding my brain. Okay. No, I don't like this. Not enough of this is about me, and even less is positive. Think there has to be something to do. Also, I really need to use the bathroom after my latest Mick Everything order.
All this water sound effects probably doesn't help.
I've been on the toilet for hours, working myself into a rage. I need that last bit of inspiration. So I take out my phone, I start scrolling. Headlines jump out, including one about Jennifer Lawrence and Josh Hutcherson returning for the Sunrise on the Reaping movie. Side note, I can barely tell fiction from reality at this point, and not just from the indigestion. Then, joyful chorus music starts playing. I'll make a festival all about me. Straining stops. A tiny nugget of poop falls out, and it's another success. I call for Barry Weiss, the new head of CBS News or something, to wipe my butt and head to Truth Social to post.
It's not really a plot. That's more like a. Hold on a second. This will be worth it, I promise. Okay, that's what we needed. All right. Zach's bathroom meditation. Hope that helps you out next time you need it. Yeah. Speaking of dark teen fantasies, Stranger Things is back, and people are dying to know how this group of teenagers who've mysteriously aged 20 years will get out of this pickle.
Fun fact, after it ends, the combined total runtime of every episode will even out to 45 hours. Still, that's relatively short.
How short is it?
Shorter than the amount of time it took her to redact everything Trump-related from the Epstein files.
How short is it?
Shorter than the 70 bajillion hours it'll take for your Netflix feed to actually load.
How short is it?
Shorter than the eternity that I spent trying to come up with the perfect final joke for this bit, and then a coconut hit me on the head and I forgot it.
Ooh, I got one. Ask me.
How short is it?
Shorter than the time it took the Vanity Fair photographer to travel to and from the White House, take pictures of all of Trump's cabinet, edit the photos, and then for the magazine to publish and print every copy.
Good one.
Very short.
Less than 2 weeks after a Kent County judge denied a request to shutter the historic Sly building due to safety concerns, repairs are underway to keep the shops inside open and safe. So don't worry, even after the Christkindl market closes, you'll all still be able to buy cheap baubles and random antiques.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Georgetown University basketball coach Ed Cooley has officially been suspended from their next game after he threw a water bottle that hit a child in the stands. That's true. I guess he wished he'd kept his Cooley. He reportedly threw the bottle into the stands after a player missed the game-tying three-pointer at the buzzer. When what's worse, he tried to argue with the ref that because of the distance that bottle traveled, the headshot should have been worth the 3 points. And even worse, it was a glass water bottle. Just kidding. It wasn't. The kid's fine, apparently. There's more. There's more to this joke.
After he sits out this next game, he'll be allowed back on the court if he agrees to use a sippy cup. But for the record, the child is fine and is looking forward to a full ride scholarship to Georgetown when they turn 18, where he'll be waiting with a bottle of his own to settle the score.
Yeah. Founders Brewery announced the release of its first non-alcoholic family of beers, Nonetheless. And for those who think that their beers may be a little too hoppy, they're going to have a separate line of non-alcoholic brew called Wheats Only. You guys remember that? You guys forget about Founders? Yeah.
The U.S. Postal Service is warning of an ongoing text messaging scam called smishing, which we can only surmise is a combination of snail mail and phishing, and not a euphemism for people who match on dating sites.
I smished with this girl last night. It was pretty fun. Hey.
It sounds hot.
It was consensual.
The scam involves a link to resolve a faulty delivery that users should not click. The UPS insists that if you want to avoid long-term misery and disappointment by trying to deal with these issues at home, you should endure only temporary misery and disappointment by visiting the post office in person.
Mm-hmm. Just a public service announcement about the post office. In what sounds like it should be a NewsFlash news, but is actually not, The annual Stuff the Blue Goose toy drive, which is organized by Michigan State Police, pivoted its operations last minute to help a 2-year-old with cancer, personally delivering gifts from the Wakefield Post all the way up in the UP to Mott's Children's Hospital in Ann Arbor, which is a 9-hour, 3-leg journey that took multiple troop vehicles. And when asked why they couldn't make the trip in just one go, officers said they had to keep stopping to loose the little goose juice. And also at one point they shot an actual goose. They thought it was an unarmed civilian, so.
A San Francisco.
Did you guys forget about the police too? Did we all forget? Founders and the police.
A San Francisco woman gave birth in a Waymo self-driving taxi. Even more impressive, the Waymo was going in reverse down a one-way alleyway. When asked why she wouldn't just take a more reliable mode of transportation, like the San Francisco trolley, the woman said she didn't want to get confused if she was forced to decide whether to run over 5 people tied to the tracks, or pull the lever but run over another pregnant woman.
What do you do? I don't know. Cedric Lodge, a former manager of the Harvard Medical School morgue in Boston, was sentenced to 8 years in prison, that's him on the left, for selling body parts to that guy, apparently. He was, it said the article quoted, like they were baubles, which is real gross to think about. Brains, skin, hands, faces, after they were no longer needed for research purposes for the cadavers at the school, and before they got cremated. I bet his family is going to be pretty disappointed about their lack of stocking stuffers this year. When asked how he got away with it, Lodge explained he would instruct interested buyers to park their car in Harvard Yard, and around 5 in the morning, when it was dark and the security guard was switching time cards, he would haul the body parts from the mag with the wheelbarrow, hawk them in the trunk, and then then tell them to leave their dollars in a jar of lard.
Started to sound like Christopher Walken at the end of that.
A little bit, yeah.
Former President Barack Obama revealed his list of favorite songs from 2025, which includes the likes of Chappelle Roan, Lady Gaga, and Kendrick Lamar. Not to be outdone, Trump released his list of favorite songs from 2025, but most of it was redacted.
Obviously, YMCA and God Bless the USA made the cut, of course. So, even though they weren't released this year, they were always on the list. In other music news, Nicki Minaj continued her journey down the MAGA rabbit hole, this time appearing at another Turning Point memorial for Charlie Kirk. He needed a lot, apparently. And she took time to praise Donald Trump during this. I don't know. It just felt wrong that she also chose to sing Bang Bang. I guess Anaconda and Bees in the Trap were too disrespectful. I don't know, feels weird.